NBC7's Nightly Check-In is sponsored by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating and Air, Flood and Restoration.
We know how.
Reopening San Diego's economy, the governor rolled out a new blueprint for the state, and many local businesses like gyms and movie theaters could partially reopen as soon as Monday. Thanks for joining us for the Nightly Check-In. I'm Mark Mullen. So this graphic right here shows the updated restrictions for a few businesses. Again, beginning August 31st, restaurants can reopen indoors at 25% capacity or 100 people, whichever is less. The same rules apply for places of worship, which can open at 25% or 100 people. Starting Monday, gyms can open indoors at 10% capacity. Hair and nail salons can operate indoors with modifications, but for now, bars that do not serve meals must remain closed. Some of the businesses are allowed to reopen with modifications, meaning they have to follow the safe reopening guidelines, which include mask wearing, physical distancing, and sanitation protocols. Here's what county officials said today about the new rules.
But if people do not follow the rules and the strategies that we continue to share with you, the greater chances are that we will advance to tier 1, which is the purple tier, and we'll go backwards and be very close to where we were in mid-July before the state imposed restrictive measures on counties across the state.
Dr. Wooten also stated that the reopening of schools is not impacted by these modifications. K through 12 schools can reopen if they choose to do so. Well, the county unveiled its plans after Governor Newsom unveiled a new color-coded reopening system for counties.
We're looking at these 4 tiers, color-coded, making it a little simpler for folks: purple, red, orange, and yellow.
Metrics are based on case rate and test positivity. Purple is for counties dealing with widespread transmission, Orange County and LA County among them. San Diego County is in the red, considered substantial risk for spread. It's better. Orange is moderate, yellow is minimal risk. Counties must stay in each tier for at least 3 weeks before they can move to a less restrictive tier. Tiers will be updated every Tuesday. These new reopening guidelines are impacting all kinds of local business owners. Some we spoke to today say they are cautiously excited.
As excited as I am, I still don't feel that this is going to be sustainable as far as from a small business angle, because as soon as we jump to the purple, what will happen? Do we have to close down yet again? Angelica
Sella owns a beauty studio in South Park and says she's ready to welcome clients inside, but hopes that widespread reopenings don't set her back. Many hair salons and beauty studios in San Diego County are allowed to operate outdoors, but many have chosen not to, citing issues with cleanliness, privacy, and the heat lately. By the way, the nation's first confirmed case of COVID-19 reinfection may have been reported in Nevada. Researchers say a 25-year-old man first tested positive for COVID-19 in mid-April. He recovered, but then apparently got sick again in late May, and the illness was more severe than his initial infection. The scientists say genetic sequencing revealed the strain for the second infection was slightly different than the first. Well, your weekend is here. What about the heat? Dagmar joins us next with your first alert weather right after this quick break.
NBC7's Nightly Check-In is sponsored by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating and Air, Flood and Restoration.
Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE. Bill Howe. We know how.
Bill Howe adapts with the needs of the community. That's why we offer virtual estimates, a safe and easy alternative for in-home estimates on repairs for plumbing, heating and air, and flood services.
Because we know how.
So now we're looking at Saturday. Saturday will be the continuation of a nice cool down. Pretty much all 4 forecast zones will start to feel this, and certainly so the deserts. And that's great news, because right now along the coast, you'll end up feeling the mid to the upper 70s for your high. Inland valleys, mid to upper 80s. Your temperatures in the mountains also upper 80s. And instead of the 115, 116 mark, you're now looking at the 103, 4, and 5 mark in through the deserts, with Borrego Springs feeling a good cool down, a much deserved cool down. We're going to continue to head in that direction, but Saturday is just the start, so enjoy your weekend. take a look at Hadley. Hadley is a beautiful shepherd mix. So she is currently, she's 2.5 years old, and she's a German shepherd mix, and you can see she's a brown brindle in color. Beautiful creature. She's almost 70 pounds though, and she will need an experienced adopter. Hadley is currently being cared for at the Rancho Coastal Humane Society in Encinitas. All you have to do is go to nbc7.com/community to get all the information you need about adopting Hadley or any of the other many creatures there awaiting your love and your home.
While our local theme parks wait to hear when they can fully reopen, SeaWorld is welcoming back guests for an outdoor event. As part of the new Zoo Days experience, guests can once again enjoy the dolphin, sea lion, and orca presentations. Every other row in the stands has been blocked off to help with physical distancing. SeaWorld says getting these experiences up and running again and adding some of the park's restaurants back into service means getting more employees back on the job.
And it means we can bring some ambassadors back. We're able to open as an accredited zoo and offer over 40 acres to roam, expansive grounds here, and have outdoor zoo activities and have restaurants and gift shops.
Zoo Days will run Fridays through Sundays through the end of September. The park's new health and safety protocols include temperature checks at the gate and hundreds of hand sanitizer stations throughout the park. Meanwhile, to our north, Disneyland says it is ready to reopen once it gets the official green light from the state. Disneyland was originally set to reopen in mid-July, but delayed after a surge in coronavirus cases across California. Disney World in Florida reopened with reduced capacity on July the 11th. Well, before we close this out, make sure and check out the new episode of the On Fryer podcast. The sports world had a strong reaction following the shooting of Jacob Blake in Wisconsin. In the latest episode, Derek Togerson and Darnay Tripp discussed the pursuit of social justice and the part of athletes, teams, and leagues and how they're playing. I'm Mark Mullen. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.